This episode of MMA Nuts is brought to you by Wild Alaskan Company. Healthy, affordable, convenient fish right to your door. Get $15 off
by following the link below.
Nectar Sleep, the last mattress you'll ever need to buy. Get $100 off with code GWFIT100. All33.com. Meet your new work chair. Get active, be active, and sit in motion all day, relieving your stress and aggravation. Use code CHAIR20 for $100 off your order. Liquid Web, one of the top hosting providers around. Save $49 off all VPS plans with code BINGO49. Defense Soap, the world's best soap for wrestlers, jiu-jitsu, and MMA athletes. Use code MMA Nuts for 15% off. Hey fam, this is MMA Nuts episode 475.
475.
My name is Ingo Weigold.
Matt Grimm with MMA Show. My MMA fans, former fans walking the line between serious and ridiculous. What's happening?
Nothing. Beer isn't doing it today, so I've got the whiskey.
Hey, I got the vodka. Hey, look at this. Don't need a flashback.
Replay of last week.
Make sure that cap's on tight. That was so funny. I'm glad it was recording.
Yes.
So I'm like, I gotta put that shit in.
Mm-hmm.
Orange shit all over my sweatpants ass, you know.
Yes.
So I'm back from vacation, Ingo.
How was your vacation?
In undisclosed parts of Illinois. How's that? It was
Did you
great.
Socially distance yourself?
I did. I found a nice isolated area with a lot of forestry and surprisingly stores.
So you could whack off.
Yes. Bring my dog and family and nice 3 days off. And surprisingly, some stores were open in said town, shockingly, which was refreshing.
Yeah.
But it was a good time to reset. Nice to get away from all the Wi-Fi. And I think everyone should probably take a little road trip. And regardless of if they're telling everyone to shelter at home, I think it's good just to reset the head. If you can't fly somewhere, you should just drive somewhere.
Okay.
And you'll be all right. I don't have the corona, at least as far as I know.
Good.
You should be all right.
You could be fine.
I don't think I can pass it through the screen. Maybe I can. Now you have it.
Only rectally.
Hey, whatever.
Rectal conal corona delivery. That's it.
Yes, that's what it's all about. So, on said vacation, there was a UFC.
There was a UFC 249, held in Florida, Jacksonville to be exact, behind closed doors. None in attendance. It literally says attendance, none.
Yeah, I like when
Wikipedia.
Data does the post-fight press conference. He's like, yeah, the gate was 0. We had 0 fans in attendance. That's the first time I've ever said that. Hopefully, well, it's not going to be the last time, but that is what it is right now.
Yes. A lot. So there's, I don't even know where you want to start with this. Like, there's so many, I have so many thoughts and feelings about the whole.
Well, let's start with the testing, right? So
yes.
As they showed up, I want to show what they were doing to the fighters. So
you got the Tony Ferguson video?
Or you can post it if you got it. Go ahead.
I do. You want to see it? Hold on
a
second. So let me see if I can share my screen. Share screen with sound.
So they were testing everybody multiple times, be it the nose swab or the finger pricks.
Yes.
I got nothing. Okay, there you go.
Ah, man, I got so much. Good Lord. All right, so this is what they were doing. I mean, if you haven't seen a COVID test, this is pretty standard.
Okay, look up towards the ceiling. Go in. It's going to tickle your brain.
Take it.
Oh, it's way in there.
And that's it. Did it feel like I was tickling your brain?
No, it's weird.
Nice.
That looked like a less invasive one than some of them I've seen. Some of them are like, the fucking thing is like...
Yeah, like the one for Carla Esparza. I think she got the BBC version because they throttle her with that. And
jamming it in there.
Yeah, it can be good, but...
It does not look pleasant.
No, and from a safety standpoint, it looked like they took all the right precautions. And then you had Jacare test positive, and they pulled him from the car
too. Yep.
Yeah, and that one was weird because it looked like he knew he was positive before he came. Because I think they said he had a family member. It might have been his wife that had it.
Yeah, he wasn't sure. I have a feeling here's my take. I think he showed up so he could get paid.
Well, he said, like, he's got a mortgage to pay, and basically if he doesn't fight, he's probably going to lose his house.
And did they pay him his money?
They're going to pay him something. I think they're at least going to do the show money because Dana was trying to be non-committal as far as how much they're going to pay. But I think that's why he showed up, because if you're not fighting, you're not getting paid. The UFC is not doing any charity work here. They're just trying to get everybody to fight.
That makes sense. I mean, I get it. The problem with that is like if you're physically ill, right? It's not technically your fault, right? Because I mean, he had no symptoms. He could have fought, right? But given the fact
well,
that
then you're going to infect everybody. So, I mean, I see what Dana White was saying. You know, the system worked. It caught that and caught him. But then there's other points where you see Fabricio Verdum and him are like face to face. Taking a selfie, Jacare and Fabricio.
But wasn't one of them wearing a mask?
Yeah. Well, we hope the mask works.
Yes.
And it'll all work out. But again, I think Dana's point was, hey, man, this is the first event. We're going to have some hiccups. Everything's not going to be perfect. We're doing the best that we can. But
yes,
I thought it looked decent. And what did you think was good or bad about the broadcast? You know,
there. I feel like the cool part was I could literally sense that the fighters could hear the commentary from the broadcasters, and I think even was it Greg Hardy even said was like you heard Cormier say to check the leg kicks, right?
Yeah, and he's like that was a game changer.
Yeah, because I mean, like you could literally hear the commentary echoing through the arena, and I like that you could hear the cornermen. You know, talking.
Oh, it was so
I felt
crisp.
like it was weird with the masks, though. I feel like during the between round time, you couldn't hear the cornerman in the last. And I wonder if the mask was stopping the mic from picking up the audible sound, which was a little bit frustrating for me. I thought that was good. What else? I didn't really miss the crowd. Is that weird?
I'm with you 100% because you know what I got to hear? I got to hear the shots landing, the fucking percussion from those shots.
Oh, yeah.
You could hear, and I think Rogan or DC even said it, you could hear how heavy the fighters were breathing. Like, I never get to hear how heavy they're breathing. So you could hear how gassed the guy is.
Yeah.
The corner. I think it was awesome. And I don't get to hear, woo, woo, woo.
Yes.
So from my enjoyment level, I think was actually higher. And then I don't know who's pointed out, maybe Rogan talking about the interviews in the ring, that they were a lot more coherent because these guys aren't playing to the crowd trying to say like some crazy shit. It's like you're getting like some honest answers to questions now and not like bullshit. I'm not hyping everything up for the crowd.
Yes, and I like that Joe was like, look, I'm not wearing a fucking mask in there. So
well, he doesn't need to. That's like people are giving him shit. They're giving Dana White shit. They're like Dana's hugging fighters. Joe's interviewing people. But guess what? Everybody there got tested and everybody that showed up was negative. So nobody needs to wear a fucking mask. Nobody. Right. And that's what was weird too. So they start the broadcast. You have Anik, Rogan, and DC, and they're all standing 3 feet apart from each other.
But then they have to sit separately.
And then they sit like
what the fuck?
15 feet away. Well, what's the point? Like if you're going to just go all in one way or the other. Either be all the way apart or all the way in.
I agree. Rogan said he didn't like that either. He said it felt really awkward to be kind of on an island doing the broadcast. And I would imagine just like fighters, they probably feed off each other's energy. And there's all those videos and like the reactions, you know, they're all like touching each other. I missed that stuff. They're like, oh my God. So, I mean,
they got to bring it back. But I think Joe was talking – it may be part of the regulations of Florida saying like, hey, we're going to let you run the event, but you guys can't sit next to each other, even though they all know they don't have it. So there may be other forces at play here.
Yeah, I'm sure that's a lot of it. So yeah, no, didn't miss the crowd. I think the pay-per-view did about 700,000 or so buys according to the reports online, which is not bad for a card. I thought it would do more, given that it's the only sport really on right now.
A little bit. It's just it's tough. You know, if so many people have lost their jobs, I think that's probably pretty impressive for where the economy's at and where people are at right now.
True.
Because do you really want to drop another 65? I mean, I would, but I have a job, so I'm not one of those people that don't. So it's hard to put myself in the other person's shoes.
Yes.
The one thing I fucking hated about this broadcast, why are we pretending like we're a VH1 pop-up video with all the fucking tweets? Like, oh, tweet. You're putting tweets over the, like, there were points where here's the fighter and here's the tweet, and I can't fucking see the fight because you're putting a tweet over the fight. You got to stop that shit. It was so fucking distracting.
I didn't like it. I feel like they're just, the next thing you know, there's going to be shit at the top of the screen that's encroaching on, you know, on the left and right. So we're going to have this tiny window where we can see the action. Everywhere else is like advertising.
How much advertising can you get in? Like, let's get 80% advertising, 20% fight, and whatever, another 5% tweets. We don't need that. Like, you don't need to make up for the crowd not being there. Just let the fight stand by itself.
Yes.
And then how about where was I gonna go? The corner. I like one of the cornerman. He was getting his picture taken with one of the fighters, and he goes after he won. He says, "I don't know why I'm smiling. I got a fucking mask on." Like, I heard that on the broadcast. Okay. I get it. And then I liked Brittany Palmer had a good look. Let me see if I can pull that up.
Brittany.
And she was, you know, I guess it's probably smart. You only bring one ring card girl, but let me just say, she looked fucking great with gym shoes on.
She did.
I don't know what that was, but I dig gym shoes on a chick in like a bikini.
Yeah, a little. She's got some thickness to her too.
Yep.
Maybe got that quarantine body going on.
She got that Corona 15, right?
That's looking good.
Yeah.
I like it.
And let's see, anything else pre-fight before we get into the main event? Commentary, people freaking out. I don't know. I kind of want more cards with no crowd, but there's no way the UFC is going to go for that.
Well, there's another card this week, tomorrow, isn't there? Or I guess when the show releases, it'll be.
Yeah, they're doing a Wednesday and Saturday.
Yeah, so we'll have at least, another one or two events without a crowd?
Oh, we'll have more than that. We'll probably have another 2 months of no crowd, if not longer. August, maybe at best.
You think so? Okay.
Yeah, which sucks. I don't know who that sucks for, because here's the other thing. What did you think about the quality of fights?
I think they were fantastic.
Overall.
I don't know if if you look at the main card, you had 4 finishes and a decent decision where, you know, in the Hardy and De Castro fight where there was some bombs being thrown early and stuff. I don't know. I thought I did not catch the prelims on ESPN, but it seems like overall the card was really solid, and I thought it was exciting. So,
and I think the fights turned out better than I even thought, because when you think of lack of training, I'm just like, oh, what am I going to see? Is this going to be like a tough man contest? But no, I mean, there was a lot of skill being displayed, and cardio didn't seem to be an issue for the most part. I mean,
well, I wonder too if the lack of a crowd helped the cardio of the fighters.
Probably.
Because now you're not feeding off of other people. You're running your pace, right? Versus what the crowd is telling you to do.
And no adrenaline dump.
Yes.
Like, you're going to come out and there's fucking 20,000 people. If you haven't done that before, or if you don't know how to get your shit regulated, you're going to be like, oh my God. Now I'm gassed out. 2 minutes in.
Tired.
Yep.
Oh, tired.
And then let's break down some of the fights. Let's start with the main event. Justin Gaethje, Tony Ferguson. What happened?
Well, I mean, the one thing that struck me in this fight was, and I don't know if it was because of the lack of the crowd, like we said earlier, but holy shit, Justin Gaethje hits like a Mack truck. I never And the fact that Tony Ferguson took that shit for almost 5 entire rounds.
Oh.
I mean, it was like a Rocky Ivan Drago type of fucking beating that Gaethje put on him.
Yeah.
And I just felt like Gaethje was faster. Maybe I gave Ferguson round 2, maybe because I think he dropped Gaethje.
Yeah, they did those dueling uppercuts. But
I would argue that could have still been Gaethje's round because he just seemed like he was getting off way sooner, and Ferguson couldn't. I thought it was exciting as fuck. Like I'm like thinking, holy cow, Gaethje has not ever looked that good. I mean, incredible.
You know, when he was smart, I think the biggest takeaway is that he was listening to his corner, right?
Yes.
He's being told, take 10% off your shots. Everything you're throwing, you're trying to knock the guy's fucking head off. Just take 10% off and be crisp. Like, pick your shots. He does that. And then even like the 4th going into the 5th round when he's like, Justin's all smiling, like, is a fat lady singing? He's like, no. Like, remember what happened? He's like, you got knocked out before. And Justin's like, yeah, twice. He's like, you got to fucking stay focused right now. Stay in the game because he was getting too ahead of himself.
Good corner.
And he listened. And like that was on point. So I like that. I didn't like Eddie Bravo in the corner telling Tony Ferguson. He sounded like fucking Edmund Trevelyan. Like, you're doing great out there. Your boxing is on point.
Yeah.
I didn't think what are you talking about? He's losing.
Yeah, I thought he was getting very little advice in the practical advice between any round, really. You know, so
and I don't know why he looked off. I mean, Dana White said it too, and is that because he's overtrained? He did 2 weight cuts. You know, he cut weight a couple of weeks ago and drained himself out.
I think that has an effect for sure.
Or was it just because he'd been training for Nurmagomedov for so long?
Well, I think it's a combo of I think it's a combo of the weight cut. Now, if you consider his training camp, his peak was originally 2 weeks ago, and now it's 2 weeks later. I think you're on the down side of a training camp now, 2 weeks later, right? So it's everything. But I mean, even given all that, I don't know. I think Gaethje has finally put together like his skill, his power, and learn to relax, not go for broke all the time like he was doing before. And I think that's a dangerous combination when a fighter learns how to just, just take a moment in there and not go so balls to the wall. I don't know. I'm afraid for whoever he's going to face next. That's all I got.
Well, I love it because I picked against my favorite fighter. My favorite fighter won, so I love this. I love seeing him be successful. And he was chopping the legs, and you're going to get that from Gaethje. And then there was at one point where Ferguson, like, leg sweeped Gaethje down the ground, and then he's pretending like he's throwing sand in his eyes. Like, give him the sand! That's what his corner told him. Give him the sand!
Yes.
He throws fakes. Like, what are you guys doing? I don't understand the game plan on that side at all. And then,
I wonder if it's one of those like, okay, this man is mentally unstable. Let's
he is.
Whatever we need to do to keep him like in some kind of needs to stay in between these lines, and that might be maybe that's what happened with BJ Penn too. It's like, let's just keep him sane and able to fight. But yeah, that made no sense. So
he was even in the hospital. Ferguson was doing like a dance with his IV bag and pull. What are you doing, man? It's over. Just rest, recover, recuperate. And now you probably never get to see Ferguson versus Nurmagomedov because 5 times. Yeah.
Unless Khabib and Gaethje go at it and Khabib loses, then maybe you see it. But
yeah, that's what it sounds like. I forget who. I think Brett Okamoto tweeted it out. He says, apparently Dana White just told an ESPN radio affiliate in Chicago that Khabib versus Justin will take place on Fight Island this summer unless the world gets back to normal sooner than we think. Like, oh, okay.
Wait, they're going to fight within 3 months, 2 months?
Yeah. That's what it sounds like. I mean, you could do, what's this, May, June, July, maybe in August?
3 months. That's a quick turnaround for Gaethje. He didn't exactly come out of that unscathed. He took a little bit of damage, right? I don't know. That's tough.
It's tough.
I'd like to see him fight again in September or October, maybe. Not 2 or 3 months from now.
But he's game. Did you see what the pay scale was for everybody? Like the salaries?
I'm looking at it right now. Go ahead, though. I do. You want?
Yeah, go ahead, pull it up because I'm
Well,
trying to find it.
Gaethje and Ferguson topped the list. So Gaethje made 350, Ferguson made 500. You got Cejudo with 350, Cruz with 300, Ngannou got 260, and then from there it's like a slow nosedive. You got 80 grand for his opponent. Calvin Kattar actually got 116,000, and Stevens only got 46,000. But I think that was no, that was not a bonus one. That's weird. He got so much more money. And do you know why that happened?
For which one?
So, Calvin Kattar made 116 grand, and Jermey Stevens only got 46.
I don't know. That one's way off. I got it posted up now.
Cerrone made 200 grand, and Pettis made 300. That's the undercard fight, which is pretty crazy. And Verdum had 100, and Alexei Olenek 160.
Yeah, Verdum seems way underpaid for a fucking heavyweight coming back from suspension.
And even Vicente Luque got 180,000. So
the pay scale. You look at the Castro made 12 grand. Is that right? Come on.
The Castro?
Yeah. Well, he was on the main card, right? Did he fight Greg Hardy?
I don't know.
12 grand for a main card fighter. So pay scale all over, and you would think Gaethje should have got more. I don't know if he's going to get a cut of said pay-per-view, but I don't think they do that anymore. I don't know. Unless there's back. Well, again, he got bonus money because I think he definitely got performance bonus, and I think he got fight of the night bonus too. So he said something like Gaethje's got 7 fights in the UFC and 9 bonuses.
Yes.
He's just Chris Lytle 2.0. That's why I like him.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta do work. You gotta be exciting. And he's finishing. And he's one way or the other. He's either knockout or get knocked out, but he's giving you action, and that's what I appreciate. Because a lot of these guys, they get to the top, and like, fuck it, man, I'm just gonna kind of coast.
Yes, 70% Johnny Hendricks.
Yeah, 20% GSP or whatever he was.
Hey, GSP got into the Hall of Fame this weekend. That happened too.
Hey, he did. That's kind of surprising because I thought him and Dana weren't always on the best of terms.
I guess they've changed their mind.
Leave for, Monahyenas.
I believe it's hiatus, man.
Oh, it's whatever you want it to be. Let's talk about this. Well, I don't know what's next for these guys. We could talk about that, but Conor McGregor basically went on Twitter and fucking lit up everybody in 155, like some shitstorm, like fuck you, Gaethje, Nurmagomedov, Poirier, and Ferguson. So he just set fire to everybody, hoping he can get a fight.
Yes.
So I don't know what that means, but it seems like it's going to be Nurmagomedov versus Gaethje, and I don't know if Ferguson, who he fights, if he's Poirier or what, but
that sounds like a good plan. Poirier makes sense.
And then Conor can just fucking wait at this point.
I think he needs to wait. Yes.
I don't think, and I'll ask you this, like, should Conor wait for fans to come back before he fights again?
I think he should. I think he is a fan favorite, and I think the UFC probably knows he can fill an arena. So it would make sense for them to hold out for that. If it's really August, July, August we're looking at, that's not that far out, so who knows? But the big question mark, too, is nobody knows if this shit's going to, like, circle back again in the fall, right? So we could have a month or two of calm and then, boom, back to, like, lockdowns, for all we know. So I don't know. But
I would keep him sidelined. I agree, because if you want to sell out some shit, you want Conor, and I think Conor – I just can't see Conor fighting in front of nobody. That doesn't make any fucking sense to me. No. Like, here he is, like, all his shtick. It seems like a waste of his talent to have him fighting in front of fucking nobody. Regardless of how many pay-per-views you're going to sell, it just doesn't make sense to me.
It's like green screen, right?
Yeah.
Just gotta learn how to act.
Unless you're going to let us sit front row, I'll give you the $100. You put our cardboard printouts there. Dana
Yeah.
White, make that shit happen. But then let's talk about this Henry Cejudo and Dominick Cruz. So,
Oh, good Lord.
quick fight. Cejudo clips him with a knee. There's like 10 or 11 unanswered shots. One of the shots, fucking Cruz goes limp, and then the next two wakes him up. The ref steps in, stops the fight, and Dominick Cruz not so happy, right?
No, he was not gracious in defeat either, calling out the referee, saying he smelled like booze and cigarettes. And
Maybe he did. Maybe I don't know.
maybe he did, but I'm not a huge fan of his as a fighter. I like him as a commentator, but I'm going to have to agree with him. I think that was an early stoppage by a lot.
Oh, I do too. You know why? Because I don't like Dominick Cruz, and I feel like he should be beat to a living death or this close to it. But that's what I was just when I was thinking about this. Like, when is a fight an early stoppage and when isn't it? And it's basically when I don't like the fighter, that's what determines early stoppage or not. So in my opinion, early stoppage. Way early. I feel like he could have took 150 more shots to the head.
Well, he was getting up, and I felt like watching the back, the replay, like he looked like he was a little bit stuck, right? And one of his arms was kind of dangling around, couldn't get it out. So I felt like he had his composure, and he was working his way out of that. It just looked bad in real time, and but I still don't think for a title fight you cannot stop that. Like, you got to let them go, man. Like,
and it's a former title holder too, so he's a former UFC champion. So I agree, you got to let that go. And then the weird thing was nobody, or at least I haven't read it, has been talking about his comments. Like, he made some pretty big accusations there, and no one has followed up one way or the other. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with that. And then fucking Henry Cejudo retires, right? You're like, oh, I've fucking done everything. Do you think that's real, or is this a negotiation tactic?
I think it's a little bit of both. I think he wants to get paid, and he also is like, if I'm not going to get paid, I'm out. And Dana was just the look on Dana's face to me was like, yeah, fuck you.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care.
It was whatever. I'm fucking killing both these weight divisions.
Go ahead and retire, fucker.
Yeah. Maybe we can move wrong. I don't even.
You
You need another one? Go ahead.
No, I'm gonna try to hold out.
I'm on 3 over here.
I don't want to get too sloppy on you.
I might have to pee, but it'll be okay.
If you pee, I'll make a drink. But
yeah, we got Ngannou versus Rozenstruik. What the fuck, man? Just a whirling dervish of a fight, right? I'm just gonna run at you, Todd Duffy style, and hope something lands, and he hits him with the left hook, and then he drops, and stop the fight.
Yeah.
Out cold.
Pretty nasty. Not unexpected.
No.
Mm-hmm.
But these heavyweight fights, it feels like a 50-50 every time, because either way, like, both guys hit hard. It's like, who's going to land first and who's going to land cleanest.
Yep. Exactly.
And potentially setting up Ngannou versus DC fight. It depends, because DC's been giving Steve Bay a lot of shit, going, hey, man, fucking figure out your training. Don't give me this bullshit like, I don't have training, I can't train.
Yes.
He may still have a fucked up eye, and that could be legit, but don't tell me you can't fucking train. Figure that shit out. And I think it sounded like the UFC gave him an ultimatum, because then he tweeted out, like, I'm going to figure out the training. I'm going to fight DC. We'll make it happen.
Yes.
So Uncle Dana must have gave him a call and said, listen, bitch, if you don't come back too sweet, it's going to be Ngannou versus DC for your vacant belt.
That's right. I agree with that decision, too.
All right. Let's take a break.
Yeah. Is it break time?
Yeah, I'm going to take a piss. You can reload.
Okay.
I'm all liquored up or watered up, whatever I'm drinking. All right.
Great.
And back, just like that.
We're back. Let's discuss. What are we discussing? How about, do you want to talk about this Jeremy Stevens, Galvin Kattar fight?
Sure.
I think it was going all right for Stevens, and then he caught a nasty elbow, and then another one.
It was so fucking rough. God damn, he fucking just stepped in and was so clean, like right on the chin, and then
Yeah, and then he caught another really good one that opened that gigantic gap in
yeah.
his face. It was like the size of your fucking head. It was like,
Well, I wonder if Kattar like dislocated his, I think it was his left shoulder, because after he landed that first fucking huge elbow, he was following it with a left hook, and the left hook missed so clean, and you just see his shoulder just like pop out.
oh wow.
Go back because he had everything into that second shot. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, fuck, man, that's a tough fight, especially when Jermey was looking so good early, and then Tar's just like a beast, man.
Yep. Jeremy had trouble making the weight. I think they knew
I
that.
missed weight, yeah, by a lot.
But Cormier, I think, commented about it on the broadcast. It's a tough one when they don't have facilities like fighters are used to make the weight cut now. So
yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna shit on anybody during this not making weight, because again, how good are you training? How good are you eating? What does it look like when you actually get there? You're doing all these fucking weirdo tests. I don't even know what the food situation looks like for these guys. I know they were supposed to have like a personal sauna, but those things may be shit. I've never used one, but I'm just imagining that zip up thing in your room. Like, this is awesome. Like, how much weight? You probably can't even get that up to a good temperature that you actually need. And your head isn't in there, and it's just fucking awkward. So,
yeah.
From that standpoint, I'm okay with him.
He gets a pass, huh?
Yeah, you get a pass. I mean, he's missed weight in the past, but you get a pass for this one.
Okay.
And then
anything else you want to talk about?
Just Cerrone. He looked decent, but he lost to Pettis. So this is what it is.
Yes.
I did make a 3 or a 4 fight parlay. I did not make the last one because I went against my common sense. So I took Pettis, Ngannou. What was this second fight? I gotta look back at it. Cejudo, and then I took Ferguson instead of Gaethje. It's like,
oh man,
what with the heart? That one would have paid big bucks, because I think $10 paid 90 the way I picked it, but Gaethje was such a big underdog that $10 probably would have paid 150 on that.
Okay.
But I was betting free money, so.
Hey, man.
It don't matter.
Money.
That's right. You want to hit some news? Go ahead. Let's get out of 249. I will just say thank you to the UFC for making this happen and being as safe as possible. Fuck the MMA media. They can all suck a big bag of dicks. Thank you.
Okay. I like where you're going with this. I'm just gonna say, here's a bit of news.
Yeah.
Bing.
Thank you.
Mike Tyson receives massive $20 million offer to fight for Bare Knuckle FC. What do you think he should do? Should he take it? Should not take it?
Well, the Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship said that he can fight anybody on the roster that he chooses. Shannon Briggs is on their roster. He's a former boxer also. I love this. I mean, I don't know if you've seen the additional training footage that Mike has put out.
No.
But we saw that video from last week where he looked pretty good for his first training. He's gotten – it looks like he's almost in fight shape now, which is crazy. So I'm all good. I don't know if Bare Knuckle is the right venue for him, because I feel like punch 1, hand broke. Punch 2, hand broke. It never fares well for these guys. So
no. Well, the one problem I have with this is Mike was it's like he was like the Michael Jordan of boxing, right? So I would hate for him to go to some organization and then tarnish his name based on getting the shit beat out of him.
He can tarnish his name?
I think he could. If he goes and gets KO'd, that's not good.
Looking at his skill level, I don't think he's getting KO'd.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, it's like I kind of would like to see the Bare Knuckle, just because I feel anything he does should be short rounds with not a lot of them. And I think they were doing, I forget what the championship, I think it was like 5 2-minute rounds or something, 5 3-minute rounds.
Yeah.
If he does come back, which it sounds like he's going to, And I also saw that Evander Holyfield's been training, like he's coming back for a fight. I don't know if I want to see those guys go at it again. I don't. I feel like that's wrong on so many levels, because I feel like Holyfield's gonna bite Tyson's ear off this time around. Like, motherfucker, I've been waiting 30 years to do this, and then fucking chew off his ear. Maybe
they have too much weird beef. They can't.
Yeah, and they're like friends. And I don't know what this does to Mike Tyson's psyche, because in all the times you've heard him talk about fighting, and he's like, I don't want to be that guy again. He's becoming that guy again. So I don't know if that's good or bad. It sounds like it's bad.
He's like the weed king now, and they're all chill.
Yeah.
Assalamu alaikum, you know, like just chilling out, man.
Right.
I'm doing my thing. And now he's going to go back to the old Iron Mike, the
right.
tiger, I'm going to eat your children.
Yeah, and your face, whatever comes first.
Yes.
But I still will put my money on Zuffa Boxing, Mike Tyson, because I think that's the safer environment for him. And a great way to start that organization.
They can set it up, yeah. And it makes a lot of sense. Well, I think Dana's very good friends, and the Fertitas are friends with Mike. And I don't doubt that they've been lobbying him for a long time. Like, hey, man, how would you like to be the poster child of our little organization to get it off the ground? You know,
I think that's easy money.
I think he could easily make more money than fucking what's his fucking name? I don't even know the boxers anymore.
Tyson Fury.
Yes, Tyson Fury, or
Anthony Joshua, Deontay Wilder.
Even more money than our little boy who burns the dollar bills. What the hell is his name now? I can't think of it.
Floyd Mayweather.
Money Mayweather. Yeah, he can make more money than him. Yeah, Manny Pacquiao is not in this league. I think you got Mayweather, you got Tyson, and maybe Tyson Fury. So I think you can make. I think Mike Tyson can make $100 million easy for one fight.
Yeah,
if it's boxing.
Don't put him against any current guys. If you're gonna have it, you either fight an MMA fighter who doesn't have the boxing skills. Oh Jesus! Do you put him against Ngannou in boxing?
No.
I don't want to tarnish either guy, so I think you got to put him up against an advanced age guy and not Evander Holyfield.
Yeah,
and whoever that may be. Do you have any other news?
I do not.
All right, let's do Tweet of the Week. This will go to ESPN.
Whoa, okay.
MMA. It says, Justin Gaethje's give and take fighting style was born nearly 3 decades ago. Justin Gaethje's mom, Carolina, recalls a 2-year-old Justin chasing down a puppy who bit him and biting the dog back. Nice.
I love it.
I get that. I remember talking about fighting in high school to some fucking crazy kids, and some guy I was talking to said that he bit. I don't know if he was in a headlock or what position this guy was in, but he said he bit the guy in his head and took out a piece of the guy's skull, into the head, and got hair and scalp in his mouth. What? I guess it's a street fight, but even in high school, I didn't agree with that. I don't think you should be biting someone in the head, man.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
that's over the line, man.
I agree. I've never been a biter. I don't think I ever will be a biter. No. Even whatever precarious position I may be put in, it's just not going to happen.
No.
All right. What else do we got? Oh, chick picks of the week. All right, we got 2.
Yeah.
Let me get to my supplemental.
I'm ready.
Here. First, we'll start with Kat Ngannou. She's hanging out. And I noticed one of the fighters had that kind of action on their back. What is this about, this cupping thing?
Cupping. Yeah, it's kind of like acupuncture in a way. It creates blood flow, and then there's she looks pretty hot right there.
Yeah. I like this whatever this ratio is of hourglass, very nice. And then Rachel Ostovich hanging out on the beach.
Good Lord, man, what is happening that's a big booty.
Straight out of Hawaii's.
Wow. Okay.
And I thought there was a rumor of her and Paige Van Zandt in a fight.
I'd watch that.
Yep. Whew. I think I'm drinking straight vodka right now. That one was tough.
Matt's gonna be streaking in the quad after this.
Hopefully.
Woohoo, taking the kids to Home Depot.
Yeah. I'm stuck on Chrome. I can't get my Chrome to go minimize. Hang on. I went maximize, and then I tried to minimize, and there I am. All right, let's do some Ask the Nuts. So,
right.
John Urand said that UFC 249 had more than 700,000 pay-per-view buys. I think we kind of talked about this. Are you surprised by that number? You thought it was low.
I thought it would do more. I thought it'd do over 1 million.
Yeah. And then Oddshark tweeted this out. It said, per Bovada, UFC 249 was the most bet-on event in UFC history.
Whoa.
Is that surprising?
No. There's nothing else to bet on, man. They're betting on, like, other shit, replay,
Well,
like what the weather is. And
well, that's our friend Brian, like, texting us. Hey, man, I want to bet on some fantasy UFC. Who should I bet on? Like, dude, it's a lot of 50-50 fights. It's very dangerous.
I don't know.
Like, it's so dangerous to bet these because there's so many variables. I don't know if people are training properly. And here's my best guess. You know,
Yeah.
take it or leave it.
I don't think he fared very well.
No, he didn't. Because he wasn't betting just straight win or loss. He was betting on, like, significant strikes and all sorts of other bullshit.
Okay.
Jaron Christensen asked, he says, Henry Cejudo retired after he defeated Dominick Cruz on Saturday. How many times will he fight before Cruz has another bout?
Cejudo?
Yeah.
0.
You think he's done?
No, I think Cruz will fight before Cejudo does.
I don't know. Cruz seems like a Ronda Rousey.
Like a once a decade.
Pick up my ball and go home because I didn't like the outcome. And you can't make accusations of a guy on booze and cigarettes reffing and not have any repercussions if he didn't have that happen. You know, I feel like that's some serious accusations that just can't be swept under the rug. And I feel like that's almost like Frank Mir saying he wants to kill Brock Lesnar in the ring. And then he loses his commentating job. I'm just saying, if I'm Dana White, I'm probably firing him.
No way.
I feel like they're on the same level.
It's never going to happen.
I just don't want Dominick Cruz commentating. Okay,
You don't like his commentary?
I fucking hate it.
I don't mind it.
He's great at the desk. He's terrible at the ring because he's Mr. Monotone. I want him out. Enrico Machado closes it out. It's time. # Nuts Roll, # Matt Rape Train, # Ingo Sugar Daddy. Once again, I want to ask you guys some existential and philosophical questions. Number 1, how does one find purpose in life?
I think you have to look within yourself, Matt.
How's that? With a microscope?
You cut yourself
Put your
open.
legs up like, hey, man, look in you.
No, you have to search your soul, explore. You find yourself through taking journeys, I think. You have to be willing to experience things and be open to all experiences.
Like right now. Right now is a great time to discover yourself.
Yes.
You got a lot of time. Don't focus on the negative. Focus on the positives.
Accentuate the positive, eliminate the negative.
That's right. It's like taking a dump. You're getting out all the bad shit, and then you need to just consume good shit. If that makes any sense.
I'm not sure what you're getting at with that.
I don't either. We're moving right along. Number 2. If aliens attack, what will we do?
Probably run like bitches.
I would just lube up my ass. I think everyone should lube up your ass and be ready for the probes.
Anal probes?
Yeah. Just be ready.
Okay.
Just go face down, ass up, and wait.
All right.
Be ready to accept new experiences.
Yes.
Number 3, do guns protect people or kill people?
I think guns kill people. Actual guns, right? They kill people. When you shoot someone with a gun, they die. I think people kill people too. But
yes, I think the answer is just yes. Do guns protect people? or kill people. Yes.
Yes. Good point.
Or I'll shake my head. Yes.
Way to be politically correct on that one.
Yeah. Today, there is no MMA Nuts show because I've been dealing with some personal stuff. So I apologize, guys. I will try to bring it back as soon as I can. Meanwhile, take care of yourselves and loved ones. Keep rocking. Like, hey, man, it'll all work out.
All good.
We'll get through this.
Just remember, this too shall pass, sir.
That's right.
It always does.
Try not to watch any commercials because they're all bullshit. And it's the man trying to keep us all down. Stay positive.
Have any nudity for us? Any
Yeah. We have a little fuck, marry, kill. Celebrity edition number 91. Adult Adventures number 27. What's that? I'll go in Spanish. 27. My Spanish is still correct.
20 is 20?
Yes.
Didn't know
First,
that.
we start with Carmela Bing.
Oh.
Hang on, I got to expand a little.
I feel like that's your speed right there.
Fucking A right it is. She likes cheeseburgers, and I like her. Eva Angelina.
Dang! I like the glasses, but she's just kind of okay.
Well,
So.
let's see what happens. And Rachel Starr.
She looks dirty.
Could be a man.
Any girl with those fake press-on nails, it's dirty.
I don't like this action.
You know what, man?
I don't like this
I'm
either.
out. All three of these, I'm out. I don't want anything to do with any of them. I'm going to kill them all. Kill them.
I feel like this whatever's going on here, I want no part of. Dead.
Okay.
This one, I like what we're doing here. See what we're doing here. We got we got the state of Florida and maybe the Cayman Islands. I don't know, the Bahamas. And I like what we're doing here. She's definitely fuck. And this one got a whole lot of stuff. That's Mary.
You're gonna marry that?
That's wife materials.
Are those real boobs or are they fake?
I think she is super thick. Like this picture does her a lot of justice because she's way thick, and there's nothing wrong with being way thick.
Carmela Bing, let's take a look.
Yeah, you're gonna see some healthy pictures of a
good,
thick woman.
Good Lord, yeah, she's
thick woman life.
Like we're talking rolls. What the fuck?
You gotta those may be the coronavirus pictures. You gotta find them. Yeah,
that's like she looks like she's from Tennessee or like
she's healthy. She's not afraid to eat, and I can appreciate that.
I didn't mean that, but
no, you totally meant that. Especially those Gatlinburg people.
Yeah, I mean, she used to be a real looker, and then as time went on, she just really plumped up.
Or it could have been the other way around. Because I've seen some of them chicks started that way and then got healthy.
Slimmed up.
Yeah. You can always bring it back.
Bring back the thickness?
I'm down with the thickness. Isn't that a song? I feel like I heard that during Krav Maga. Are you down with the thickness?
Down with the thickness?
Yeah. We're going to do some knowledge? Anything this week?
Let's see. I watched Call of the Wild. That was all right. With
Call of the Wild.
Call of the Wild. It's a movie. It was adapted from a book. Yeah.
Children's book?
Yeah, about a man who's out in the wilderness, and then there's a dog. Who's
in it?
Oh, God. My brain doesn't work. Here we go.
It's fun. There's this guy. He's got a beard and a dog.
Harrison Ford. Harrison Ford plays the main character.
Is this the one with the CGI dog?
All the dogs are CGI, and you know what? I got to say, I knew they were CGI, but it didn't bother me. I thought it was really well done. It seemed like it was CGI has come a very long way since the days of the 90s when I remember it starting to get popular. And pretty impressive. Good movie. Good children's movie. I would recommend it.
Okay.
Did you see anything?
What did I watch? I saw The Dirt. I don't remember when I watched that, if it was this week or last week, that Motley Crue one. That was good. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Still watching The Last Dance. I have another one to watch tonight. I haven't watched whatever the most recent one was. Okay. Because they released 2 at a time, and I only watched the first one.
Okay.
Anything else? Yeah, I haven't watched anything else. Where have I been? Oh, yeah. I was on vacation. So I didn't watch a damn thing. I think people should go on vacation.
Go on vacation and go with a girl or a
Yeah.
boy. Depending on which one, whatever you like.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Whatever.
Just if you like buttholes, it all works out.
Go with a butthole if you
Everybody's
like.
got a butthole.
Yes.
Ain't even dogs. Animals do.
Now
If
you're
that's
getting
your
weird.
thing, do what you like.
My cat's eyeballing me. It's like, what are you talking about?
I don't know. My spine hurts. That's probably bad.
Your spine?
Yeah. I don't
From
know
sit-
why. Yeah, it's never good. Sitting is the worst for your spine. Maybe I should do this show standing up.
You get yourself a standing desk.
Like, yeah, that'd be sweet. I could be sitting and then all of a sudden, everything elevates.
Yes.
It's all good. All right, shut down. There's
There's
2 UFCs this, Wednesday and Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Saturday one's better.
They're both just okay.
Yeah, it's
But-
back to normal.
But
It
when
is
you have
normal.
nothing else to do, you might as well watch it.
That's right. It's
That
the
has
only
been-
sport in town.
Yes. That has been this week's edition of MMA Nuts. My name is Ingo Weigel.
Matt Griffith, thanks for playing.